Rohan. How you doing, Rohan?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hey. Yes.
Oh, wow.
How are you?
Happy birthday, first of all.
Thank you.
So, a few weeks ago, I think it was, after the Kyle Juszczyk press conference, Vish and you were talking, and I think Vish said something about how Jalen Hurd can play fullback, and
Jalen Hurd.
or Hurd, yeah. And
Yeah.
that just I like the idea of that because he played running back at Tennessee, I think,
Yep.
and then he's a wide receiver too. So that's how they kind of use the fullbacks. So, what do you think
I
about
mean, I
that?
think he has the frame for it. I think he has the play style for it. He's a violent dude. He's an angry, violent dude. Only thing is that I know he tore his ACL this year. The year before, he had like a broken back. And he missed a whole year with a stress fracture in his neck. There are a lot of head-on violent collisions at fullback. And I don't know if the Niners want to, risk it. I don't know if his body can necessarily – I don't know if he's ever going to get on the field ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, given what his body's been through, you might be like, you know what, maybe we don't do that with Jay. I don't know. Give him a chance, but I'm a little nervous. That being said, though, if you play him at running back ever, he'd have to take those collisions when he was picking up blitzes. So, I mean, might be something he has to do anyway. It's possible, man.
Yeah, well, he switched to wide receiver because he knew he couldn't take those hits anymore.
Exactly.
So he might just be one of those players. And, I mean, the 49ers could have taken Terry McLaurin, but they chose him. So, I mean, I don't want to see him just rot on the bench or
Well, I mean,
on IR.
he's going to have to block if he's playing running back for them. He's going to have to block one way or another. There's going to be a lot of plays where he lines up it in the slot and then motions back to running back. And there are plays where they'll have Debo catch a pitch. He'll come around and then the lead blocker will be Jeff Wilson Jr. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but they do that a lot. So that's in the playbook. If Jalen Hurd is on the team, he's going to have to do stuff like that. And I think that's when the Niners drafted Jalen Hurd. Someone asked Kyle, is he a wide receiver? And he said, yes, kind of. We had a player like this in Washington named Niles Paul, who we drafted as a wide receiver and ended up being a fullback. He said that the day they drafted him. So I think that's where people get the idea. He said it himself. I don't know if his body will let him do it, but I think that was the idea, that he could kind of be this player who could do everything on offense. He could kind of be a tight end. He could kind of be a slot guy. He could kind of be both types of running backs. That's the allure of having him in the first place.
And then another question, Gus Bradley got hired today. So if Saleh ends up leaving, do you think they need to have a replacement ready to go? Because these guys
I think they
keep
do have a
getting
replacement
hired.
ready to go. I think it's
You think
probably
D'Amico
D'Amico
Ryans?
Ryans.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably the best they can do. I think Bradley would have been better because he has more experience. I think, Ryans has been groomed. He's very smart. He's 2 years younger than Saleh was when Saleh started. He's not very experienced, even as a position coach. I think he's been one for 2 years. So he probably will have some growing pains. That defense will probably take a step back. And this is supposed to be a Super Bowl ready team. Are you willing to put up with that? I wouldn't. But what are your options now? You lost Gus Bradley. And the thing about Bradley that I don't think people realize, with these assistant coaches, they don't make a ton of money. They're not making $4 or $5 million a year. So going to Nevada, which is a tax-free state, is a big deal, right? Because if he gets the same offer from the Niners in California and from the Raiders in Nevada, is probably a 20% raise to go to the Raiders. So he just got a lot of money. That's why he went to the Raiders.
Yeah, but he'll probably be a lot more successful if he's on the Niners and, could get a head coaching job.
That's true, because John Gruden is a clown and only drafts for offense. Yeah, it's gonna be a bad time.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. Hey, thanks for waiting long to ask your questions. These are good ones.
Yeah, thank you for having me on.
The idea of Jalen Hurd is very interesting. I hope he gets on the field one day.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Rohan.
Thank you.
Take care.